Hello, welcome. My name is John. This is John's blog. I have cheat cards here just so I'm aware. This is the first time I've done anything like this in my life in front of a camera, so please excuse me if I'm a little bit nervous and on edge to start with. Hopefully it will get easier the more I do it. From here we're going to talk about food catering for you and your family mainly. We will touch on other subjects which I'll mention in just a moment, but it's all about you, food for your family, buying sensibly without wasting money, and making sure that your kids, if you have them, and you get nutritious food in you and it tastes good. Yeah. So we're also going to talk about shopping, use by dates, sell by dates, what they actually mean, and making sure you understand them and why shops have to put them on there if you've never looked into it. It's a fascinating subject about what the government makes shops do and what they actually mean from a consumer point of view. It can be very, very different things. We're going to do a little experiment. We're going to buy a pack of yogurts as close to their sell by date as we can, and then I'm going to keep them for 6 weeks. So a pack of 6, and we're going to keep them for 6 weeks. And we'll open one a week. I want to see what the difference is, and whether past the sell by date and the use by date, whether they're going to be any good to eat or not. Don't panic, it'll be me doing the eating. I've eaten stuff that's out of date before. I personally don't have a problem with it, but I just want to do a bit of an experiment. We're going to talk about difficult eaters. Are you in a family where whoever does the catering, whether it be husband, wife, partner, do you share it? Do you have to cook more than one meal for your family? I used to work with a lady who had 4 children and a husband, and she used to cook 5 different things each night for them to eat. And I said to her, you've got to be kidding me. No wonder you've gone off cooking and you don't enjoy it, because you're preparing 5 different meals. So I want to talk about difficult eaters, the difference between a difficult eater and somebody who has an allergy. Because if somebody's got an allergy, it's very, very different. If somebody is fussy, how you deal with it, how you get them to try different things so that your life as the cook in the house becomes a lot easier. We're going to talk about produce. We're going to talk about the difference between if you shopped at Waitrose, Marks and Spencer's, and if you shop at Lidl, Aldi, or any of the guys in between, Sainsbury's, Asda, Morrison's, Tesco's, and look at the difference in price and the quality and what you get. We're trying to look at it in a simple way so it's cost effective for you. Most people have budgets, and whether it's £25 a week or £255 a week makes no difference. It's a matter of you have to live within your means and your budget, so we want to look at both ends of the scale. We're going to talk about politics and religions. No, sorry, we're not. That was a joke. Never ever am I going to talk about politics and religion on this vlog. You keep that to yourself, because that's what I do. So as I said, I'm new to all this. I value any feedback. So feedback can be constructive, it can be positive. Even if the stuff that you think I do is rubbish, please don't be rude to me. I'm not here to be abused. Film editing is something else that I'm learning. There's nobody behind the camera. I've got one guy does a bit of IT for me, but most of this I do myself. I will endeavour to keep the videos no longer than 30 minutes per recipe. If the cutting and the pasting isn't great and the good editing is not fantastic, I apologise. I will make it get better as time goes on. Hopefully, if I start to create an income out of this website and my vlog and my blog and my channel, then I will get people to do it properly. We'll move from there. If you're a hater, just ignore me. I've got a delete button and I love using it if somebody gives me abuse. As I said, I want your input. Send me questions. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Pinterest, I'm on FoodTube, I'm on Twitter. Share your ideas with me. I also do a thing called Ready Steady Cook. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to use that terminology. Something me and my family have done for years. I'll come in from work sometimes and I'll find 3 or 4 items on the block. My wife says, there you go, Ready Steady Cook, and I've got to create something out of it. So if you've got items in your cupboard that have been there for a long time and you can't think what to do with them, send me a list of those items. If you can just take a picture of them and list them, I'll then try and match what you've got, and then by putting in a few additives we can hopefully generate a meal for you. We're going to talk about equipment, both cookery, pots and pans, sorry, crockery, pots and pans, knives, gadgets. You'll notice I've got a lovely John's Block t-shirt on. These, plus the ones with the smaller logo up here, are going to be available through the website when that goes live, which is due to be the 6th of April. First recipe is due online on the 9th of April, so hopefully everything will be in place for there. As I say, most of this I'm doing myself. If it's late, I'll stick something out on Instagram and Facebook to say it's running late. We're also going to talk about a cooked cloth. You'll notice I have a very manky cloth with me most of the time, and I'll explain the reason why I use that. We're going to talk about Cheats methods of doing things. I am not a qualified chef. I spent 30 years in catering, yes, but I was always front of house. I was delivering the food, I was hot on service, hot on process at the front of house. My first head chef told me I would never ever amount to being any good as a chef. Looking back, he was absolutely right. I enjoy food, I enjoy what I do here. This is not going to be restaurant class food. I'm not trying to compete with Marcus Wareing, Gordon Ramsay, Jamie Oliver, or any of those. This is about home cooked food using basic ingredients, cheating all that you can to get good food in front of your family. I found cooking very, very good therapy. I enjoy it, I have a laugh. My wife and I and my daughter, we giggle when we make pasta. I make pancakes from scratch. You know, we do all the stuff that what I consider to be normal families do, and I want you to be part of that. Thank you very much for your time today. As I say, first recipe is due out on the 9th of April, thereabouts, around 9 PM at the latest. Hopefully we will see you there. If you want to email me at info@johnsblock.co.uk, and I will endeavour to respond to you as quickly as possible. I'm not going to put any timescales on anything yet because I don't know how busy it's going to be. As I say, the website is due to go live on the 6th of April, and I hope we will see you on the first web session on the 9th of April, where I will do the first recipe. It's going to be a really, really, really easy recipe with 4 basic ingredients. And from there we're going to create a pie that will make you smile, hopefully, if you haven't had it previously, because it is such a simple dish and it is comfort food. You can sit in front of a good film with it, cold beer or a glass of wine or a gin and tonic, whatever your tipple is, that plate of food, and just enjoy a good film or a good soap, depending on what you're into. So as I say, without any more waffling from me, I'm going to sign off now, and we will see you after the 6th of April when everything goes live. Thanks very much for your time, and we'll see you soon. Take care now. Bye bye.